Hello, hello. Hey, it is Tamara. And it's Monday and it's 2 o'clock-ish. And I'm here. Hope you guys had a great weekend. This is Tamara with our Big Oily family. I know I said it was Tamara, but want to make sure you knew this was our Big Oily family group. Today, I wanted to talk about an oil that doesn't really, I don't know, I don't use it much. It's got some really great benefits. And I don't think it's like one of the more popular oils by any means. Anyway, called Spikenard. All right. It's a little 5 ml bottle and it has Spikenard in it. So this is the oil of gratitude. If you're looking in the Essential Emotions book, this book right here, and under Spikenard, it says it is the oil of gratitude. It encourages true appreciation for life. It addresses patterns of ingratitude where individuals see themselves as targets of bad luck or victims of their life circumstances. This perception can often lead to feelings of blame and anger. So it encourages your soul to surrender and accept life exactly as it is. It invites you to let go and find an appreciation for all of life's experiences. You can use it aromatically. You can use it topically. The companion oils then, and companion oils in this book are referring to if you didn't have Spikenard, and depending on what you're using it for, you could use these oils in place of wild orange, immortelle, which is the roller blend, right? Lime, ginger, or clove. Okay. So in the Essential Life book, these are two really great reference books to have if you are looking for a reference book. Everything's alphabetical order. It's even alphabetical order now, including, they used to have 2 separate sections. One was the single oils, and then the next section was for the blends, and now they're all in alphabetical order, which I like because that's how I keep all my oils, is like in alphabetical order. It's easier for me to find things that way. How do you keep your oils? Do you keep them? I know some people separate them by the color, right? The color that's on the label, right? But usually it's the top, because that's what you see. Do you make it like a rainbow so that they're separated by color, or do you I alphabetize them? It's just easier for me to find it if I'm looking for it. So in the Essential Life book then, under Spikenard, it says you want to think healing, rejuvenating, and uplifting. The top uses are for aging and irritated skin, so you can add it to your facial cleanser. You can add it to your moisturizer. You can add it to, add a drop to the, what's that called? The moisturizing, the cream, the one that's, the hydrating cream. That one's really, really good from the Essential Skincare line. I really like, that's one of my favorites. It is great for if you have trouble getting to sleep, if your mind just keeps you awake, right? If you are having stressful feelings, if you have muscle tension or any spasms, anything like that, it's really good for that. You can diffuse it, or you can apply it to the bottoms of your feet or to the area that is having that issue, right? Great for that time of the month. Symptoms works really, really well. You could apply it to your lower abdomen, to the back of your neck, to your pulse points. Good to help support your brain. Great for detoxing. Helpful to keep your lymph system moving. Okay. It's also a good one to use if you know of someone who is terminally ill or in hospice. Spikenard's a really good choice to use. There's some other oils that should be a thing that I talk about, huh? Because that's always a hard one. I know my mom went through that with her husband. Anyway, wow, it's been a few years now. Anyway, great to use that. We'll talk about that another day. I'll make that a topic because I think that's really important. Hard to talk about, but I think it's really important. So if you're going to use that in this, if you're going to use Spikenard in that way for someone who's on hospice or, you know, is terminally ill, right? You can apply it to the bottoms of their feet, or you can diffuse it in the room that they're in. Would be really helpful. It's also great for indigestion. If you have you know, some digestive issues going on. It can be good for that. Can be helpful for any kind of like, you know, occasional rashes, that kind of thing with your skin. It's great for grounding and meditation. It's another one that would be really good to use along with frankincense, right? Frankincense is like the top thing to use, I think, for meditation and to do yoga and things like that, right? So this is another great one. It's also good if you have anxious feelings, or you're feeling depressed, or you have like persistent emotional blocks that you're trying to work through. Spikenard would be really good for that. So let's see. Comes from the roots of the plant. It is steam distilled. It is sourced in Nepal. I do have, when this is all over in the, you know, I always like do the description at the top of it. I have a link that you can watch a sourcing video. Okay. But it's sourced in Nepal. Top properties are anti-inflammatory, antispasmodic, sedative, antibacterial, antifungal. Could use it as a deodorant. Laxative and a tonic. Okay. Now this one says so those were the ones I gave you, the companion oils are like emotionally what you could substitute it with. But if you're using it for what I want to say, like more physical health purposes, you could substitute it with cedarwood, with guaiac wood, with myrrh, patchouli, or ylang ylang. Okay. Okay, it says, one of the fun facts here, spikenard, one of the Romans' favorite perfumes. It's featured in the Bible several times and was traditionally used to anoint those of high honor. So it's been around for a while, right? Okay, let me grab my other notes here that I have. Okay, so we said it was sourced in Nepal. It is native to those alpine regions in the Himalayas. Okay, it's a flowering plant in the valerian family. Okay, it produces small flowers and it really thrives in those high altitudes. If you're familiar with herbs, you might recognize valerian as having calming and relaxing properties, and that's one of the ingredients in that Serenity Sleep Stick. It has valerian in it because of those relaxing and calming properties. Okay, it is steam distilled from the roots of the plant. It has been used for centuries in Ayurvedic health practices native to India, and was historically used to anoint those of high honor, like we said. Today, the oil is commonly used in perfumes and for relaxing massage oils. So this would be a great one to take, you know, like to your massage therapist next time you go get a massage. I keep forgetting. I mean to, and I keep forgetting. Hey, Donna. All right. So can be used aromatically and topically. And the way that you know that is because with doTERRA essential oils, right? If there is this just has the ingredient list. If there's just an ingredient list, that means it can be used topically and aromatically. If it was an oil that you could use internally, then it would have that supplemental fact label on it. Okay. All right. So spikenard is a lot like frankincense in that it's incredibly powerful and it's incredibly potent. Okay. Like frankincense, it can be used alongside any other oil for added kick. For example, if you are feeling, you know, stressed out, right? You can apply balance to your wrists, wait 10 to 20 seconds, and then apply a layer of spikenard. And it's just going to give you kind of a little extra calming, grounding kick. Okay. There's lots of benefits. Helps with mood stabilization, particularly anxious and sad feelings. You can diffuse wild orange and lavender along with spikenard. It supports healthy blood pressure levels. It is great for itching skin and mild, wound care. You can dilute it with fractionated coconut oil and then apply it topically. Super helpful for promoting relaxation. So it might be when you want to cycle into whatever you're using in your diffuser in the bedroom before you go to sleep. Okay. Great for grounding and calming. You can dilute it and apply it to the back of your neck. It helps to support digestion. It can be helpful with constipation. You could dilute it and massage it topically over your abdomen. It helps to support a healthy inflammatory response. So you could dilute it and apply it up and down your spine. You want to use a downward motion of application from your neck to your base of your spine. Okay. And that's for a healthy inflammatory response. It can be helpful to promote hair growth. So you can add 5 to 10 drops to your shampoo or conditioner when you shampoo and condition your hair. Helps calm feelings of anger, and if you're feeling panicked, you could dilute it and apply it to the back of your neck. You could also literally just, smell it out of the bottle, or you can put a drop in your hand, rub your hands together, and take a big breath in and out. Do that like 3 times. When you're trying to use an oil to calm yourself down, that's a really easy, simple way to use it. Put a drop in the palm of your hands, massage your hands together, kind of to activate the oil, and then, cup it over your nose and mouth and breathe in. Super helpful. And then you want to do that like 3 times. Breathe in and out 3 times. Promotes a restful night's sleep. We talked about that. It's very relaxing, so you can diffuse it. Helps to support a healthy female reproductive system. So you could dilute it and apply it over your over the areas of your ovaries and uterus on your abdomen. Okay. Supports a healthy respiratory function caused by environmental and seasonal threats. So this time of the year, when the pollen is flying around everywhere, would be a great one. You could add 2 to 3 drops to a bowl of steaming water, and you're going to drape it, make like drape a towel over your head, kind of make like a tunnel kind of thing so the steam stays in, and then inhale the steam and vapor for a few minutes. Okay. It has those antioxidant properties, and so it helps to protect the body from wear and tear and from occasional outside threats. It's a great oil to try in your DIY deodorant, as it's helpful in eliminating odors. I haven't tried it in like laundry or anything like that, but if you didn't have your Purify, grab your Spikenard. You can use that for that purpose. It's helpful for elevated body temperatures, supportive of your circulatory and lymph systems. The oils that can blend well with Spikenard then are clove, cypress, frankincense, juniper berry, myrrh, and vetiver. You can also try geranium, lavender, wild orange, and rose. For muscular and joint discomforts, I have a recipe for that. It's a roller recipe. For help with flaky scalp, you could add a couple drops of Spikenard to a tablespoon or so of coconut oil. You're going to massage that into your scalp, much like you would like a face mask, right? And then cover your scalp with a shower cap, plastic bag, saran wrap, whatever, and then leave it in place for an hour. And then you can shampoo as usual, right? Because then you get all the oil out, but you still have the effects of the essential oil. You can use this in a deodorizing spray, and it will also be helpful to deodorize and disinfect. Okay, and I have a recipe for that, so I'll put that up there. Let me see if I missed anything else over here. You can apply Spikenard over the heart and to your pulse points to bring about kind of like a restful, calming demeanor, so to speak. All right. So what is it? I have to say, when I first got this oil, I was like, ew, I don't think I'll ever use it. It's very... You know how vetiver has that sharpness to it? At least for me, it has a sharpness to it when you smell it. This kind of has the same thing, but it's not as... I want to say it's not as sharp. It's a little more mellow. It's definitely very earthy smelling. Yeah. So, great oil to have in your stash of oils, right? To reach for, to use things. So this says that the scent of Spikenard is sometimes described as woody, spicy, and musty. It is kind of earthy. I think that like frankincense, to me, smells very earthy. This is a little lighter. It's not as like musky, dusky, whatever that word is. And it definitely smells like it would come from the roots of the plant. Okay. Super great oil. If you haven't tried this, you might want to put that in your cart and order some, because it's great for so many benefits. All right. If you have used Spikenard and you have a diffuser recipe that you really like, or a, I don't know, if you've used it for your skin and you really like the recipe that you made, if you want to share that, or if you had some, great experience with it, if you used it that time of the month, right, and it really helped with the cramps and the bloating and the whole bit. Thank goodness I don't have that anymore. Thank goodness. I am past that. I can't tell you how happy I am to be past that. But if you have it, if you've used it and you've had a really good experience with it, share that in the comments, and then let us know how it was used, right? And if you mixed it with anything else or used it with anything else, because then we could all learn something new. So that's what I have for you, Spikenard. If you haven't tried it, definitely give it a try. It's a great oil to have for all those properties that we talked about. So next Monday will be the specials, because it's going to be a new month this week. But we'll talk about the specials next Monday. So I will be back then. If you have a topic that you would like covered, throw that in the comments or send me a message. I'll add it to my list. But I will definitely jot down talking about helping things that are helpful for end of life, and because I think that's a really important topic to talk about, because nobody talks about it. Nobody talks about it. Nobody asks about it until they're there. And it's kind of nice to, I mean, it's unfortunately, it's inevitable, right? It's kind of nice to be prepared a little bit, because then you're not as stressed about things. Think about that. If you plan something out and you've made a plan, right? It's not as stressful. Yes, things can go awry, right? But at least you've got a kind of like the steps in place, and so it's a little easier to handle. It's one less thing you have to worry about. So, yeah. Anyway, I will add that to the list. But if you have a topic that you would like covered, let me know. I'll add it to my list. Okay, you guys have a great rest of your day, and yeah, use your essential oils because they're awesome.